Hello, and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Re'eh, dedicated to Liluy Nishmas of the Mori, Naftali ben Yitzchak Isaac. The Parsha begins, Re'eh anochi nosein lefnechem hayom bracha uklala. See, I am placing before you a blessing and a curse. The commentators go to town. Why does it start with a singular Re'eh and switch over to lefnechem, plural? It should be consistent. I'd like to share, as one of several Divrei Torah, the one from Rav Gifter, 1915 to 2001, the Rosh Yeshiva of Telz, Cleveland. He quotes the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos, chapter 1, Mishnah 14, where Hillel famously says, if I am not for myself, who will be for me? And if I am for myself, what am I? The Rishon Rabbeinu Yonah explains that this statement means if I do not rouse myself to attain spiritual heights, who will do it for me? And every individual must feel it's their personal obligation, their personal responsibility to have spiritual growth. Because if he doesn't take it personally for himself or herself, who will do it for them? And the pasuk is telling us that the Klal Yisrael as a whole can merit the bracha rather than klala only when every individual works towards this goal. And that's why the Torah has a call to action to each individual. Re'eh, everyone's got to come. And everyone's got to know that it's his or her obligation to bring about the bracha. However, once the bracha has actually come, once we've done this collectively, then the person should not think anymore that it's because of me that I did it. Because as if I am for myself, what am I? You don't do it just for yourself. You have to do it for everyone and realize that the bracha came to Klal Yisrael not as simply as a group of individuals, but as something that we've merited as a klal. And the person, he gets his share in the blessing because he's part of that greater Klal Yisrael. And therefore, when the Torah mentions the bracha, now it says lefnechem, before you in plural, teaching us that the bracha has been given to a nation as a whole and not simply to individuals. The next thought on the same pasuk, on the words re'eh from the Baal Haturim, 1269 to 1340. This is Yaakov ben Rabbi Asher, who was the author of the Baal Haturim, which was the predecessor and the basis of the Shulchan Aruch. He says Re'eh is telling us to see, is telling us that as a mashal, when a person is in charge of a lottery, they draw lots, there's a long straw, the short straw. The person in charge, he doesn't want to give away things, so he covers up what the lots are, what each of the halakim are. But when it comes to Kadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem is actually the opposite. Hashem has kindness to us. He says, Re'eh, see the different gorelos, the different lotteries. See what your opportunity is. And as it says in Perek Lamed, pasuk Yites later in Nitzavim, you must choose, you should choose life. Hashem wants you to choose the good portion. As David HaMelech says in Tehillim Tes Zayin, hey, Tomech Gorali, you're the guide of my destiny. That Hashem, he gives us the lottery and he tells us how to choose to be successful. So I'd like to suggest that later on in Parshat Nitzavim it says, you have the klala and the bracha and the klala, you shall, so that you shall live, you and your descendants. I'm thinking that maybe this is an answer to the question also, as far as why it goes from singular to plural. Maybe it's that re'eh, that the re'eh is for you. When you do something, when you choose, you, the individual, will see and you'll choose wisely. Then Hashem lefnechem will place before you for your descendants, so that they will also get this blessing. Or perhaps it could be that they have to choose. If they don't, it says lefnechem bracha v'klala. Then it also could go the other way if you choose the wrong way. That if you choose the klala, it could have an impact on your descendants. But Hashem wants you to choose the bracha. So we see two lessons over here. We see that it's our individual responsibility to do the right thing. That Hashem works to help us. He wants us to succeed. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe.